Hello, here we have a Harman Pellet Pro II 55,000 BTU pellet stove, about 28 years old, built back in the early 1990s. Puts out a lot of heat, built like a tank, and really lasts a long time, except for the fact that the circuit boards are no longer made, no longer supported. Sometimes they can be fixed, but in this case we made the stove more fixable by upgrading the circuit board to a Harman P61 Manual Light circuit board. As you can see, the feed motor light comes on, the distribution blower is on, the combustion blower is on. It's working well. You got the room temperature and stove temperature modes with the temperature dial. However, the feed adjuster, it does work with the test mode, so you can test the motors, but the maximum feed rate does not work with this stove. It's not automatic in that case because you have the manual feed adjusting knob, and it's very important to cut a notch in the control panel so this feed adjusting knob can stay in the stove, because it still works to adjust the maximum feed rate for the different quality of pellets. And also you have to have the pusher block open enough so that you don't get the dreaded 6 blink light status error, the 6 blinking lights. So that said, moving on to the back of the stove, you got your feed motor, the fines box with the manual adjuster threaded rod, and we have a new red ESP probe that replaces the old thermocoupler, and the distribution blower is kind of in an odd place, but it works well. On the other side, you have your air intake, and the air intake you can see right there does not have a flapper valve in it. Also, on the other side is the good old Harman exhaust blower. It's in a funny place in the bottom of the stove, and it's the single paddle blade with which is 4 3/4 inches, and neatly tucked away down here with a regular housing like in other brands of stoves, with the quick disconnect mounting plate that I added in there. Normally it doesn't have the quick change motor, and now it does. So it also has a pretty deep hopper that holds almost 2 bags of pellets, and the hopper lid gasket, I doubled up on it so it makes a good seal. And there you have it. That's the Harman Pellet Pro II. A great heater for the basement of the garage. It really cranks out the heat. Thank you. Bye.